Good evening. Welcome to Current Affairs. So today I would like to talk to you with respect to some issue. According to World Health Organization, around 5 lakh people will die in India so because of the unclean air. And this unclean air is coming into picture most of the times in the rural areas. It is because of the usage of the fossil fuels. And what exactly is happening? So we know this liquefied petroleum gas, otherwise we use the word cooking gas. How many people in the country are using it? Only the middle class, above middle class, and the people who are affluent, they are using it. But when it comes to the majority population, even today, so they are using the traditional methods, where a great amount of pollution is being released, and it seems that so that particular pollution is equal to 400 cigarettes an hour. So whatever the smoke that you get for 400 cigarettes in 1 hour, so that much of amount of pollution is coming out in the form of the open kitchens. So is it not a serious issue in India? And because of this reason, so many diseases are getting developed. Maybe lung cancer, so maybe other related diseases with respect to lungs, and the people are dying. And it is the statement that is given by WHO that around 5 lakh people are dying in India. So this is a very, very unfortunate situation. So since India is developing, we talk in terms of the social development, economic development, inclusive growth. So there are so many topics that we are supposed to discuss. So in order to go for the inclusive growth, so you should be allowing every person to be a part of this development. And the development benefits must be reaching each and every person in India. But what is happening? Only the affluent people, the so-called rich people, so they are getting all the benefits. And what about a common man? That's the reason why the governments will plan so many things. And one of the plans that is launched by the government of India in the recent past is the PMUY, Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana. Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana. So what exactly is this scheme? I would like to tell you now. This scheme has been launched on May 1st, 2016, very recently. And the objective is to provide LPG connection to 5 crore people, 5 crore families rather, so who are the below poverty line beneficiaries. And this has to be achieved in the coming 3 years. It has already been started in the year 2016. From 2016 to 2019, so the 5 crores people must be covered under this. So is it not an empowerment of the women? Is it not you are providing health security to women? Is it not that you are providing health security to the children? Otherwise, this particular pollution or smoke that is coming out through the open cooking is really distorting the health of the people in the rural areas, especially the women and also the children. And so many people are suffering with the so-called the respiratory disorders. So, in order to have healthy India, developed India, first of all, the people must be healthy. And this is a mechanism where the government has allocated 8,000 crores. 8,000 crores have been allocated exclusively for the PMUY program. Clear? And it seems that for each person, for each family, the government is going to spend 1600 rupees. 1600 rupees, and that is coming to like, this 8,000 crores. So it's a very, very huge. But where from the government has got this money, first of all? Government spends the money from the money that it is collecting from the peoples. And apart from that one beautiful thing that is launched by the government, of course, it is successful one. Of course, again, it is successful. It is because of the contribution of the people in the country, right? So, what is that? Few months back, I was talking to you with respect to a scheme launched by the government that is called Give It Up. Otherwise, every person in the country is enjoying subsidy on this LPG gas. LPG cylinders. And is the subsidy necessary for all the people? Obviously not. So there are so many people in the country, so who can afford the LPG cylinder at the market price. Then why do you want to give the subsidy? Giving subsidy to all the people for LPG cylinder is a phenomenon that is present in India since beginning. But the new government thought that let we request the people who can afford to give up their subsidy, let them give up. And slowly it has been started. It has been started by 100 members, 1000 members that reach 10,000, 1 lakh, 10 lakhs, and finally 1 crore in the people, 1 crore people in the country. So they have given up the so-called this LPG cylinder subsidy. The most beautiful thing, right? So we have given up. I have given up rather. Maybe most of you, my close friends, you might have given up. You must be aware of this. Otherwise you ask your fathers, right? So, meaning, if you are in a position to give it up, you please talk to the parents and give it up. Why? What is the reason here? Because so many people are giving up the LPG cylinder subsidy. Today the government is in a position to provide these cylinders, LPG cylinders, to the people who are below the poverty line. So meaning, so we are giving support to the poor people who are present in the society. After all, they are also Indians. We are all Indians. We need to support each other. Every time, if I expect the government to do something, that may not be possible. That is the reason why, if the government comes out with such schemes, it is the responsibility of the affordable citizen of India, so to get into the picture and act and give away something, so that that will be useful for the remaining people in the nation. That's the most beautiful thing that India has done so far. Wonderful. It's really a wonderful thing that shows the Indians, this our sympathy and our empathy towards our fellow human beings. That's really a very good thing. But now, within the coming 3 years, so we expect that the scheme will be implemented perfectly. The scheme has to be implemented perfectly, and the women who are present in the rural areas and who are all facing these problems, they should get rid of these problems. Their health should become normal. Clear? A woman in a family is the most important person. It is because every household activity is taken by the so-called the woman. And some women so great, they take care of the household activities plus they go for the job and come back. Mean double responsibilities they are performing. Clear? That is a really laudable activity on the part of the Indian woman. That is the reason why, so we all respect our Indian women so much. Right. So now, with respect to this, I have some information. I will open the document. Please follow every scheme of the government so very clearly. Very clearly. Right. So now, one thing I am going to tell you now, that is the Prime Minister, Pradhana Mantri Ujjwala Yojana. I am opening the document and I want you to have a look at this. Pradhana Mantri Ujjwala Yojana, launched on May 1st, 2016 by the government. This scheme is being implemented by Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas. What is the objective? The objective is to provide LPG connection to 5 crore below poverty line BPL beneficiaries in the coming 3 years. Already it has been started on day number 1. This scheme, this yojana has been started with by handing over this to 15 women. 15 women, and later it has been extended to some other states, and very soon it is going to be implemented throughout the nation. So with respect to this, what is the fund allocation? 8,000 crores, huge. And give it up scheme, whatever we have done, is being very useful for the promotion of this scheme. Good. Why this scheme? Because this will benefit crores of women belong to the poorest households. And there are serious health hazards with the cooking based fossil fuels. Look at this note I have given, very, very important one. According to World Health Organization, in India, 5 lakh deaths occur due to unclean cooking fuels. Very, 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 very sad. So even after the development of so much of technology, when we have the capacity to support our fellow human beings, how come so many deaths are happening? It's not any private survey or Indian survey, it is saying this. This is the survey that is conducted by none other than a World Health Organization. 5 lakh deaths. Look at this. The problems are like this: heart disease, heart strokes, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, and lung cancer. And indoor pollution is causing acute respiratory illness in the young children. Horrible, horrible. And look at this, very most horrible thing is that this is equal to, meaning open fire kitchen is like burning 400 cigarettes an hour. 400 cigarettes. See here, somebody has the habit of smoking. Smoking is injurious to health. That is printed on the cigarette packs itself. It's a must. But even then, people smoke. Smoking does not kill the smoker itself. Smoking also kills the passive smokers. The person who really smokes, there's a lot of style will be there. I don't know what is this style. I never understand this. Somebody will, they will release the smoke in the form of rings. So, what is the pleasure that they are getting? Only they should tell us. They are spoiling their health, their system, their immunity is coming down, lungs are getting affected. So many problems will be there. Continuous cough. These are the active smokers. Apart from this one, they will also kill the passive smokers. Meaning, if we are nearby a smoker, the smoke will also affect us. The smoke will also affect the passive smoker, and passive smokers are also getting equally affected by these active smokers. That's the reason why. So the people must realize. The people must realize. And unfortunately, you can ask a question. If you write, if this is really a case, why the government is not banning on this? Clear, government is getting lots of revenue on the name of these tobacco products. If the government wants to ban it, it can do it, but it is not doing it, unfortunately. And that is the reason why. So it is giving some precautions. What is the precaution? Smoking is injurious to health, right? So did you ever see any person who purchased a cigarette packet and read the instructions there, read the warning? Fine. So that may be there. The people are least bothered. The smokers are least bothered. That is the reason why it is not just the smoker, but the family also getting affected. Children are getting affected. Friends, relatives are also getting affected. That is the effect of the smoking. And here, what is happening? The particular cooking that is happening in the open air. So that is equal to the open air cooking is equal to the 400 cigarettes an hour. So look at the problems that are being faced by them, and look at the diseases that are being faced. Children, they do not know anything, still they are suffering with the pulmonary disorders, respiratory disorders, right? Right. Look at this. Advantages of this PMUY. It will ensure universal coverage of cooking gas in the country. What do you mean by this? All the people in the country over a period of time will get benefited by cooking gas. Cooking gas is nothing but the LPG, liquefied petroleum gas. It will empower the women and protect their health. Yes, it is a responsibility of all the citizens, especially the men, to empower the women and to protect their health. One thing what can be done is that, so provide proper mechanism for cooking, and that is possible through LPG, and the government is doing on its side. Time will be saved for women. Yes, lot of time will be saved for women, and the rest of the time they can use for some other productive activities, right? And this will also provide employment for the rural youth, because you need the manpower for transportation of the cylinders, for delivery of the cylinders. Again, you have to take the empty cylinders, again get it back to the concerned company. That is the reason why it will also provide the employment for rural youth. Okay, so this is about the scheme. Have some information. You may have a look at this. LPG means, as you know, it is a liquefied petroleum gas. It is prepared by refining petroleum or natural gas. It was first produced in the year 1910 by Dr. Walter Snelling of United States of America. Okay, of course, this person is no more now. Kindly remember this. These are the This is one of the important schemes that is launched by the government in the recent past. And please remember all the points, whatever I have spoken to you. And next thing is that, as I told you, our second batch is going to be started from 27th June. So we start the batch at 5 o'clock in the morning. And for first 1 month, you will have 6 hours a day. And later that will be reduced to 4 hours. Clear? And the people who already joined, so you are welcome. And if anybody is interested to join further, please join at the earliest, because June 23rd is the last date for the registration. And after June 23rd, as I told you, there is no possibility of any further registrations. Is that okay? And you need to wait till November or December for the next batch. So immediately we are not going to start any batch, and the first batch is already going on in a full swing. Clear? So they are already enjoying the thorough and deep matter that is related to the Constitution of India. Simultaneously, they are also learning the CSAT. Right? Two things are happening simultaneously. They are doing it very leisurely, very nicely, and the confidence levels have been built up like anything. And if anybody wants to join, please join at the earliest. Right? And one more thing, maybe most of you are waiting for the so-called me to talk about the Brexit. It is a Britain exit from European Union. What exactly is this? What is this European Union? Why this European Union? When this UK has joined, why it wants to come back? Clear why the people in the government, few members are supporting to stay back in European Union, and some want to so come out of this. Why? If they come out, what are the advantages for India? If they're still there, what are the advantages and disadvantages for India? So all these things we'll be discussing in tomorrow's class. Clear? And I thank you one and all for being with me this evening. Good night. Thank you so much.